This is Jessica in the TLC Clinic Jackpot afternoon run. We're going to let it go through normal and then do a slow play review.
Be smooth, smooch your driver through. Look at your spot, low hands. Inside leg, driver through, smooch at her. Hands. Inside leg, look at your pocket. Help her. Very nice, hustle. Good job, 17.9. 17.9.
Okay, we're going to do a slow play review now. And I found that when running her, right there at the after you sent her, I would have probably rode her two hands and maybe gave her a little two-hand check there. If she's really coming in fast, give her a little two-hand check about 3 strides from the barrel, just to let her know it's time to rate, because you'll have about right there, you want to get that one stride of rate and then the second stride of rate. But if you check her a little bit late with a lot of speed, she might get by it, as she does on this barrel. So she takes 1, 2, she rates that barrel a little bit late, so you see her tracks. She gets a little deep, but so because she's deep, she now takes 3 strides around the barrel. 1, 2, whoops, let me back that up so you can see what happens. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it takes 3 strides to get around that barrel, so that costs you time as well. So you might want to consider doing a two-hand check here and saying whoa here. Now after riding her, instead of just that inside bump you do and then you do another inside bump, it just wasn't quite enough for her. So on that barrel, she just needed a little bit more bumping from you. So what I would do, after you get the rate, then smooch her through the turn, especially on the exit. You did really good on getting aggressive and riding her back out of the turn. So after riding her, she was very rough going slow. Her rate was a little bit too much and her turns weren't that snappy. But then when I added more speed to her, she did get more smooth, and I felt like I could just hustle her out of the turns, and then that momentum would carry me through the turn, and then I could just hustle again on the exit. So same thing here. You just kind of easy in, only 1, 2 strides around that barrel. That was my favorite barrel for you guys in the afternoon. I thought you did good riding her up in the hole. She rates 1, rate 2, turn 1, turn 2. And your hand position, if you could, learn to keep that in just a little bit closer to the horn up there, that would be good as well. And then be a little bit more down the rein for a lateral cue. So when you leave first barrel, just slide your hand down the rein a little bit, and then you won't be pulling on that neck rein so much, and she'll come around nicely for you. And then you had a really nice little hustle there. You hustle her out of the turn, and you stay at the horn, which is fine. But then right there, she starts to rate the barrel. She gets under herself 1 stride, 2 strides, and then 1 stride. You're looking up a little bit early, and you're starting to pull down with your hand. So see, when you pull down, that's not good for your horse at all. So you got a little bit ahead of your run. You got your rate nice, but then you're not even in the entrance, barely past the spot 1, the entrance. You're barely to the spot 2, the backside, and you're already looking for home and pulling down with your hand. So because you're ahead of her in the turn, then that got ugly in that barrel, and that cost you a lot of time. You're just pulling on her with that inside rein. Boom, boom. So we don't want to be pulling our hands down. Hand position is really important. Your hand should have been about right there the whole time, and you shouldn't have been looking. You should have 3 spots in the turn that you look at. When you're coming across from one barrel to the next, you should be looking at your entrance, and then you should be looking at your backside. And then after you look at your backside, then you look at your exit. Then you look for home or to your next barrel. So anyways, keep those things in mind. Once you get smoother with your hand cues and start riding more from the waist down with your seat and your legs, I think she'll do a lot better for you. And I like their shorter rein on her so that you don't have all that delay, your hands don't get out of position, and you both can learn to be a little bit smoother. So I think you did a great job from the morning to the afternoon. If you apply some of those exercises, the pasture loops would be a good drill for you. The spirals would be a good drill for you as well, just to get you and your horse more smooth and solid and muscle memory on your hand position. So thank you for attending the clinic, and I think you and your horse are going to be a really great team. Thank you.